So today I want to talk to you about setting goals. Setting goals can really enhance the quality of your life. For example, they offer you kind of this sense of purpose. It can lead to greater happiness. It can motivate you to improve yourself and really can increase your personal pride. But most importantly, goals are going to offer you a pathway to realize the vision that you want for your life. So I want to talk to you about some steps that you should follow in creating kind of goals and how you can achieve what I call empowering goals. So the first step is really, you need to start with what matters. And in this first step, you need to work to create your empowering goals by searching within yourself for what really matters to you and what you think is going to make you happy. So, in addition to thinking about what makes you happy, you need to assess your personal values. That's because you don't want to really create a goal that conflicts with your personal values or your ethics, because you really won't be happy then. So, you really need to have goals that align with your values and will focus on what your happiness is. The next step is to really visualize the life you want. Once you understand your values and what makes you happy, it's time for you to create a vision for your life. Think about, your life's meaning and purpose. Then create a visual image of what your ideal life looks like. Once you have this vision in mind, start thinking about the kind of goals it will take to achieve and realize this vision. Try writing these things down. Write down your vision and what are the steps that you'll need to take to really achieve it. The next step is to really focus on specifics. So if you want to set empowering goals that will help you realize your life's vision, they really need to be specific. For example, when you think of a goal, ask yourself why you want or need to accomplish it. If your goal sounds vague or you can't really see how it helps you achieve your vision, well, then you really need to rethink it and define a different one. The more specific a goal is, the more likely you'll be able to achieve it. So the next step is you need to get measurable results. So goals should be timely and include tangible, measurable results so that you'll know whether you're really achieving them or not. Are you making progress? Now, if you don't have any way to measure your goals, how will you really know that you're actually achieving them? So, for instance, let's say that you're unhappy with your weight. Instead of just saying that you just want to lose weight, you should say something like, I want to lose 40 pounds in 4 months. That way, you can track the progress of your weight loss goal over that course of the 4 months and really make sure you're on track to losing that 40 pounds. The next step is to know how to attain your goals. So, you really should also know how you're going to attain your goals. For example, if you want to find a better paying job, you might have to go back to school to gain additional skills and training. Therefore, you'll need to know the skills needed for your desired job, as well as the school and the programs where you can acquire those skills. The next step is to really set realistic goals. Now, you've all heard the expression if you're going to dream big. And while it's fine to have big goals, they do need to be realistic. It won't do you any good to set unrealistic goals that you have no way of actually achieving. So, for example, let's say you're in your 50s and you have some health problems. Well, you're probably not going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro in the next year. However, you can likely set smaller goals of getting more exercise by taking a walk every day. The next step is to really plan your goals strategically. Empowering goals require strategic planning if you're really serious about achieving them. So, for instance, if you create a goal without a clear plan of action, you won't likely achieve that goal. Therefore, you have to create a goal. You need to think out all the steps that's going to be needed to make it a reality. You will also need to prioritize time that it's going to take to reach these goals. Now, if you're bad about procrastinating, well, you really just need to stop that bad habit. Now, if there are other habits in your life that stand in the way of your goals, you're going to need to eliminate them as well. So, along that, the next step is to adopt new habits. So, just as you should get rid of bad habits from your life, you need to adopt new habits that can help you achieve your goals. So, for example, let's say you're going back to school to acquire training for a new career. You'll need to adopt good study habits to successfully complete the programs and be prepared for your new career. Also, achieving goals takes a lot of energy. Therefore, you're going to need to adopt healthy habits like eating right, getting plenty of sleep each night, really to help you move the needle in achieving your goal. The next step is you got to plan each day. So it doesn't matter whether you set short term or long term goals, there's something that you can find to do every day to help you kind of work forward or move forward towards achieving them. Therefore, you really should plan each day with your goals in mind while focusing on making the most of your time. Think back to your vision and the steps needed to make it a reality. Then break those steps down into further daily tasks. Now, once you have your daily task, you need to allocate the time needed to work on them. The final step is really to embrace positive thinking. So, finally, empowering goals are very rewarding, but they're often very challenging. And you don't need to let setbacks and discouragements, really discourage you from achieving them. So, therefore, you need to learn to engage in what is called positive thinking, even when you encounter negative events. So, spending time focusing on a negative thing that you really can't change will only make you waste your precious time that you could be working on and achieving the goal. So you need to maintain or work on maintaining a positive mindset by really imagining your goals, as well as thinking about what your life's going to look like once you achieve them. So in short, you can really create empowering goals without, you know, first you need to understand yourself and what matters to you. So you need to start with kind of that vision. Then you need to think about your ideal life, and the goals need to make this real life or your ideal life a reality. So what are those goals? Your goals should be specific, they should be measurable, attainable, and realistic. Now, you're also going to need to create a strategic plan. You're going to also need to probably adopt new habits that can help you reach these goals. So make sure you plan each day wisely. And lastly, you can keep yourself from getting discouraged and giving up by embracing positive thinking. So imagine what your life's going to look like once you obtain those goals, and focus on the positive, because you're going to encounter hardships and friction points and difficulties. And if you focus on those negative things in your life, it's going to distract you from reaching your goals. So remember, there's things you can do every day, breaking down into small tasks to move you forward in obtaining your goals. So again, remember, have big goals, but have a good strategic plan. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so that you can work, have the energy to do this, and you're going to be able to get these goals. Thanks.